Welcome back into Cavaliers Live, presented by Wayside Furniture. It's the Rockets coming away with a 114-104 victory here tonight. Let's hear now from head coach Kenny Atkinson. His press conference is presented by Wayside.
I don't know. You don't make free throws and you don't make threes. It's tough. I don't know. He said our shot quality was in the 91st percentile, so I take that for what you want. I'll look at the film. I felt like we're getting to the rim. We're getting there and getting to the free throw line. We'd obviously, I don't want to blame it on missed shots, but they, I didn't really feel like we were in the game until the third quarter when Naquan and CP kind of helped us. I think we cut it to 4. But the rest of the game, they kind of dominated us. I'd say, they really mucked the game up. They play off shooters and leave their bigs at the rim. And you gotta make them pay. When they sit in the paint on you, we didn't really make them pay.
And then early in the game, you subbed out Donovan and Evan together in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Not something you had been doing. What led you to that decision?
Just looking at guys' stints, and Dre too. I wanted to get Dre with that second unit a little more, get him going, because I feel like in the first unit, he's not getting as many looks. So that was part of it. Shortening Evan's stints a little. I felt like I've been playing him like 12-minute stints. It was a little bit that, and without Darius, we got to learn to survive a little bit without him. So I wanted to see what that looked like.
Kenny, you guys came into tonight's game 26 in the NBA in free throw percentage. You guys shot 20 of 32. You guys keep getting into these late game situations where it's 10 points, 8 points. How difficult is it to know that free throws could be?
Man, you got to make your free throws, especially like you say, Ethan. It's great, like fourth quarter, end of game, it's tough. It's such an important part of the game, especially when you get 32 attempts. You gotta knock them down. So, we haven't been good since preseason, really, shooting free throws. We practice them and, like everybody does. And, it'll turn though. It'll turn. We got good free throw shooters. And Darius obviously is like, mid-80s, so that's another guy, Max, good free throw shooter. So, we're just not making them right now, and it's hurting us.
You guys, obviously, this game kind of looked like two different philosophies. They like to play confrontational basketball. You guys like to play free-flowing basketball. It's kind of indicative of the playoffs as well. What have you learned about how your philosophy can work?
Well, they, how should I say, they enforce their identity more than we did. And that's what this league comes down to. You have your identity and you got to go with it. And, it's the third time they beat us, 3 in a row. So they've done a better job. I think they had 19 offensive rebounds. So yeah, credit to them. Heck of a team. Contender. Tonight we couldn't stand toe to toe with them. Just wasn't there.
Coach Naquan made his first start of the season. I would take his minutes, including a little scuffle there with Jabbar.
Yeah, I loved him and CP. I mean, those guys, they're not afraid. Even Naquan had that corner three, which I think we cut the lead down, and he just fired. I love that. Like I said, he missed it, but I loved his energy tonight, his feistiness. You're hoping like we discovered, a real gem here. I mean, he's really showing some things, and with his length and athleticism, and he's tough as nails. He's not backing down from anybody. Crazy competitive. So.
And then back to the free throws real quick, but Evan's one of the guys who struggled from the charity stripe this year. Have you noticed anything mechanically different?
I don't know, Mike. I know, Mike. I haven't looked at it. I mean, maybe I should look at it, right? But I usually these things are confidence, and he's probably lost some confidence. And guys go through it, they go through these slumps, and he's a good free throw shooter. He'll come back. I just think probably a mental thing, a little bit of confidence lost.
Coach, coming into this year, going into this game, Houston was number one in rebounds per game. You guys are 17th. Is there a big concern with the rebounding aspect?
Yeah, yes. We got to rebound the ball better. That's obviously their strength. You look at their offensive numbers, right? It's pretty not 9 for 24 from three, 46%. Field goals per field goal attempt, and then 19 offensive rebounds. So that's a huge, biggest part of their offense, and so that's their. We're not built that way, obviously. So, I felt like last year in the playoffs, we did a pretty good job. Best team in the playoffs in the possession game, so we can do it. Just got to focus in on it a little more, and we obviously hit the team on it tonight. But they hammered us. I'm a little disappointed. We missed a lot of shots tonight, but we're not getting the offensive boards. We got some there at the end, but too little, too late.
Spence. Donovan only had, I think, 7 shots going into the fourth quarter. Were they doing anything defensively? Okay.
Blitzed them. They smart. They know we got some guys out, and he's not going to beat us. Let the other guys beat us. Good game plan.
It's time now for Amon's blue-collar performers of the game. And Amon, not 1, but 3 here tonight.
Yep. I think that we have to take a look over there. We don't need to single anybody out. I think that it was the bench's job, and they came and they brought it. They brought the energy. They got deflections. They got on a breakaway. They passed the ball and shared it a little bit. I think that having a consistent bench presence that sometimes might not have the stat line, but they come in there and they provide the energy. Energy is contagious, and you got to spread that all around the team. I know they had a tough loss today, but I thought the bench did a great job of trying to shorten that lead, and keep it within striking distance for those starters.
That's what Kenny Atkinson has been looking for out of his second unit. He's looking for a spark, looking for some energy, and they were able to bring it here tonight. We got more coming up here on Cavaliers Live. We're going to hear from DeAndre Hunter when return.
What is areas you think you could have executed better as a team tonight?
I think early on we can't let them build that lead like that. I feel like the process was pretty much right, but we just got to play with more grit and not let them get a lead like that, so we don't have to grind our way back and then try and win after that.
Yeah, they led still by 17 in that third quarter, but then you guys really stepped on the gas there. What was the biggest difference in mindset when you were able to flip a switch?
Yeah, I think we just played more energy, more pace, got out in transition, and then shots started falling as well. It was a different game.
Year 5, you and J.A. playing together. I think you guys are 17th in defensive rebounding right now. You've been around that for a lot of time. Why do you think that while teams like Houston, I know it's not a 1-to-1, they play 2 bigs, and they are like breaking records for rebounding. Why don't you guys think that gives you guys, playing 2 bigs, gives you guys the same rebounding boost?
I think I don't have an answer for that. We go in there, we try to rebound, and either you come up with it or you don't. I feel like as a team, we implementing tagging last year, and that helped us a lot, and we're trying to implement that again this year, and some balls bounce to us and some don't.
You could have anything to do with the fact that you guys have to contest so many shots, and then that sometimes takes you guys out of play.
For sure. A lot of times you gotta come over and help, and it's hard to jump again and grab the rebound, and so that's what I'm saying. It's really just a team thing. It's never just on 1 or 2 people. Everyone just gotta come out here and rebound, and we knew that this game was a big emphasis on that, especially how they play. We just gotta come up with the ball.
You guys are constantly been in games where it's close in the fourth quarter, 8, 10 points, but there's been multiple games as well where you guys have also missed 8 or 10 free throws. How important is that in rectifying that situation?
Yeah, that's very important. I got to be better. It's probably the worst I've shot free throws in my whole time playing basketball. So just got to figure that out. Just keep getting reps up, and I think we're going to figure it out soon. So
what goes into film shooting? Comes to like focus, routine, stability, and just confidence of being at the line that maybe has swayed a little bit.
Just focus and routine. Do it like you do in practice. I think that's the main thing, and been working at it. And like I said, it's going to change eventually. I'm just going to keep working until it changes.
You mentioned fall.
Cavaliers Live continues on the other side. We saw some tempers flare earlier between Naquan Tomlin and Jabari Smith. Welcome back into Cavaliers Live, presented by Wayside Furniture. We had a very special guest do the sword pull here tonight.
That's a stylish pull.
I
like that.
You like that? You like that? How they have it right there? You like how they have it right there? Here, now, little hold it for a little bit, baby.
My man, the fans were so thrilled to have you back in the building tonight. Before we let you go, I got to ask you one more time, now that you took in the atmosphere of the entire game, what was it like to be back?
Oh, unbelievable. Again, a ton of memories just rushing back into my head. A bunch of smiles. I got to sit up there with a bunch of the fans. They got to embrace me. I got to embrace them. Again, talking to staff, people that have been around. I got to see a couple of the ball boys that are ball men now. They got like full beards. And it's awesome.
Deep voices there.
Yeah, lets me know I'm a little older, but you know, it's cool to see everybody. Again, thank you to everybody, all the Cavaliers fans, all the Cavaliers staff. Terrific organization. I know we fell short tonight, but if y'all will have me, I will come back.
I was going to say, well, hopefully this is not the last time we have him in the building.
He's a world champion.
He is a world champion. We got him in the building. Hey, we also have Donovan Mitchell standing by at the podium. Let's head over.
They played the game uniquely, right? They blitzed and denied me pretty much the whole first half, and we missed some open shots. Like, we got good looks, but we missed some open shots, and it took us a little bit to adjust, and then once we got adjusted, we figured it out, and that's the biggest thing, is we found a way to continue to just keep doing what we do and made it a game for ourselves. We just didn't close.
Just having a second half like you guys did, and I know you weren't ultimately able to get all the way back, does that feel like a step in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, too, is the run was made when it was like CP, Zoe, Dean, Ev was out there, and even when Ev came out, I mean, myself and Ev on the floor, like Dre was there. Like, that's the biggest thing, is like those guys stepping up. Quan, like, I'm running out of things to say about him, right? Like, it's just it's progress. It's showing that, hey, it doesn't have to always be, you know, myself or Ev or whoever. It's like, it's as 1 through 15, we are, you know, who we are. And it started with the stops and rebound and push. And, you know, I give them the biggest credit for bringing us back into the game, giving us some type of life. And honestly, started with Quan, and then everybody else, you know, continued to follow.
Donovan, throughout the season, you guys are coming in ranked 26 in free throws. And
Like attempts?
No. Percentage.
I know, I'm just fucking.
But you guys have also been in games where it's come down to 8 points, 10 points in the fourth quarter, and there's also been those same games where you missed 6, 8, 10 free throws. How do you fix that?
That's that mental that I'm talking about, right? I think Ab did a solid job of getting to the line 10 times. You got to make them. I've had nights where I've missed, 4 or 5. I missed 3 in the playoffs last year in a row. Like, right, it's a mental thing, and we gotta. That's a step for us, right? We gotta convert. They're free. They're there. Just put the work and put the time in. I didn't know we were that low, but we gotta. That's on us. It's a mental thing. Going out there, make your free throws, because we're doing a good job of getting there, right? Like. And especially like Dre's 8. I mean, Dre was 8 for 8, but 8 times. Obviously I didn't get there much tonight. But Ev getting there 10 times is huge. It's big time especially for him. Easy points. He's got to convert. So And Dean, getting on Dean, get on everybody. You can get on somebody every night. It's not just tonight. Like everybody, we got to do our part to make our free throws.
4 down, 2 to go on this homestand. The Cavaliers welcoming in the Indiana Pacers on Friday. That game will be exclusive to Amazon. We will be back on Sunday for a matchup with the Clippers. Now, Austin, both of these teams struggling out the gate. The Pacers, probably the most shocking. Obviously, they're dealing with a lot of injuries. Mm-hmm. We won't be calling that game, but what do you anticipate when it comes to that matchup? And the Cavaliers potentially using it to get right.
Well, I think the Cavs got to come out, regardless of who the Pacers have, they're going to play hard. Now, they're off to a slow start. The Cavs are going to have to take advantage of that. And this is one game where you start the game from beginning and you don't stop to the end. You put him to bed early.
Let's see how the Cavaliers respond. That's going to do it for Cavaliers Live here tonight. The Cavaliers falling to the Rockets 114-104. We'll be back in action this Sunday. Our pregame coverage will start at 5:30 with a 6 p.m. tip-off against the Clippers. For Austin Carr, Amon Shumpert, and our entire crew, I'm Kaylee Griffin. We'll see you back here on Sunday.